Hey guys, Brian Davis here with Copper Star Kayak. So today I want to talk to you about something that I look forward to the most when it comes to planning my trips, and that is cooking and eating. Anybody that comes with me knows that I do not skimp on the food. It's something I really enjoy about the trip, and so I'm usually the designated camp chef, which is something like I said, I really enjoy doing, so I don't have a problem with it at all. So I wanted to share with you today in this video the gear that I take, whether it's just myself or I've got 2 or 3 people coming with me or a large group of people. In each one of those situations, you have different gear, different types of gear that you take. And so I want to walk you through what I do in each one of those situations. Okay, so if I'm just cooking for myself, everything that I need is in these 2 bags. So let me show you what I've got in here, and we'll start with this orange one. So what we've got inside of here, and we'll just kind of dump all of this out here. So first thing I'll show you is this Stanley cook kit here. I just have so much fun with this thing. So basically it's a pot, and then what's inside the pot, I've got, we'll come back to that in a second here, but I've got lighter, of course, and then inside of it are these 2 cups. I also throw in this little tin cup as well. I like to boil my water in here and then cook my food in here. This little guy right here is a stove. So you can pick these up on Amazon for pretty cheap. I mean, I'm talking like maybe 10, 15 bucks for one of these guys, and it just screws right on top of your propane tank. And then of course I've got a knife and a Yuko spork. All of that fits inside of that orange bag really nicely. And then in this blue bag here, and this is kind of just a little tarp bag that I made, I've got a little grill, and I just love using this thing. As you can see, it's been used a handful of times already. You just build yourself a nice little fire here, grill whatever you want up on top of here. Now, I've seen reviews of these things on Amazon where people complain and they show pictures of it all kind of melted and twisted. You don't need to build a raging fire under this thing to cook your food. Just a small little fire to generate some heat to cook your food will do just fine, and these actually hold up really nicely. So now let's move on to see the kind of gear that I bring if I'm cooking for 3 or 4 or 5 people. Another drawstring bag. So here we go. Let's see what's inside of this one. Now again, we've got another can of propane, a whole stack of sporks. This is a stove. I'll show you here in a sec. Actually, let's show you that right now. So this is a little bit bigger single burner stove, and you'll see why I like to have a little bit larger one here in a second, but that just again screws on top of your propane. So another Stanley cook kit. And I really like these things. Another spoon here. I never know who's gonna forget a spoon, and so I always make sure to bring a couple extras. So this one here has a little bit of a larger couple of pots, cutting board. I never use that thing. So we've got this one large pot here. And then we've got a smaller pot here. And there's more. They're almost like those Russian stacking dolls. A couple of bowls with some lids. Honestly, I don't really need the lids. I guess if you want to keep bugs and flies and stuff out, those are good. I've never used the lids before. And then it comes with a spatula and a ladle. These are a couple of things that at first I'm like, I don't really need those. Can I lighten my load a little bit? But honestly, these, especially when you have a little bit more people and you're cooking for a bunch of people, these are super handy. So now let's move on and see what I bring if I've got 9, 10, 11 people. Let's see what we're adding next. Okay, so in addition to all the pots and pans and cups and bowls and spoons and forks and everything that I bring for myself and for more, I also bring my Blackstone 17-inch griddle. And let me crack this thing open here and show you what we've got. Now, I love this griddle. This, for large groups, I just don't think that there's any better way to do it. And I know when you're kayak camping, you're thinking about weight and you're thinking about bulk. But, you know, if you're with a big group of people, you'll make it work out. You'll be able to find space on a kayak somewhere to fit this thing. And really it does replace a lot of other pots and pans and stoves and, you know, everything that people are going to want to take on their own. And you can cook for, you know, quite a large group on something like this. So let me get the actual griddle out for you and show you how this goes. It just drops right in there. You've got your heat source from under here. And there's your cooktop right there. You've got your, you know, your propane attachment regulator here. And then if I'm gone for a couple of days, I always take 2 cans of propane. I found that 2 cans will last me for 9-10 people, usually about 2 to 3 days of cooking. I kind of figure 1 can per day, and that's breakfast and dinner. I usually do no cook lunches. All right, so there you have it. There's a whole entire kitchen for up to 10 people. You know, the only thing that you'll have to keep in mind is make sure that you have plenty of propane. I also don't pack all the bowls and cups and everything like that for everybody. I tell them like, hey, I'll take care of the cooking. You got to bring the stuff that you're going to eat it out of. But yeah, we've got our smaller Stanley cooking set here, the little bit larger one with all of the bowls and serving utensils and things like that, the little grill. It is a small grill, so if you have a big group, you're probably going to rotate some food. And then, of course, the Blackstone 17-inch griddle. Well, hey, thanks for watching, and hopefully something I shared with you today will help you in planning your next trip. If you have any questions on gear or anything else related to kayak camping for that matter, please feel free to reach out to me and I'll be happy to help you out.